Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Tuesday, the 18th of February, and I'm Curtis Morton. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
Well, I'm back, and we start with football. The action in the local football league continued at the Eat Willett Park on Sunday, 16 February. The first scheduled game was abandoned as the two teams in focus showed up with insufficient players. However, Game 2 between Pioneers and Youths of the Future held the interest of the fierce-eyed crowd. Most of the fans expected a walkover by the high-riding Youths, but they were in for a surprise, as reflected in the final score. Pioneers 3, Youths of the Future 2. Now we have an update on recent matches played in the SKNFA leagues, and Andre Huey gives us this update.
Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs edged SL Horswood St. Paul's 2-1 in the lone SKNFA Premier League match on Saturday night at the Warner Park. Steve Archibald got Spurs off the mark in the 25th minute before St. Paul's equalised early in the second half. But about a minute later, Spurs scored a similar goal from a corner kick to take the lead and eventually the win. Here are highlights from the Voice of the Caribbean radio commentary.
On the right wing, trying to find Freeman, but was cut out there by the defender for the Garden Hotspurs. As the corner comes in, and the ball's in the back of the net. I think it came off a Garden Hotspurs defender who was standing up on the goal line. As the corner comes in, and it's going for the far post, it's in the back of the net. Yes, it is! It is in the back of the net. The goalkeeper going up, trying to box that one, fish it out, LeSean. But it's going and looking on the far side, the assistant referee running up to the half line.
At the end of the match, coach of Spurs, Austin Deco Huggins, laid out the blueprint for his team's victory.
As we did this week in training, we were expecting the quick and fast counter-attack from St. Paul's. We worked towards that. We had a few changes also made in the starting 11 to accommodate that kind of intensity and that kind of speed coming from St. Paul's. The latter part of the game, we had an onslaught. That was because due to the fact that we had a player sent off. But nevertheless, we were able to withstand the pressure and were able to hold on to the points and come out victorious.
Huggins, who coached St. Paul's in previous seasons, even leading them to 2 titles, takes pleasure in coming up against his old team.
Well, I always relish the occasion. All of us good friends, we get along very well, and I think I have the respect from them, and they also have the respect from me. And I always look forward to that kind of challenge. We want the best in both teams.
Meanwhile, coach Iroy Kunga Jeffers said his team played well, but know they have to work on their defensive frailties.
When it was 1-0, I told my team that 1-0 in a lead right now in football, so we just got to continue working and working. From the next 45 minutes start, we're working towards a only goal as early as possible. We get it. Unfortunately, one score from a set play. It's just like we lose focus on giving away simple corners. Just the other day I was reflecting on the last trainer, I tell him the stats where we have 4 goals scored on us. That's the less goals on us. So we're doing good in defensive wise. But today we just fall asleep and 2 goals just scored on us. But that's why we got some time. I'll be back out in training on Monday, so we got to recuperate. Rest tomorrow, come back on Monday.
Goal scorers in that match, Kalonji Clark in the 52nd minute for St. Paul's, and for Spurs, Steve Archibald, as we indicated, in the 25th minute, and Akio Benjamin in the 85th minute. Shaquille Adams was issued a red card after picking up his second yellow card in the 78th minute for Spurs. In the weekend's other results on Sunday, Mantab FC defeated Trafalgar South Stars 3-1. The goal scorer for South Stars, Dylan Morton, in the 63rd minute from the penalty spot. And the goal scorer for Mantab, Jermaine Carey, scoring a hat-trick in the 73rd and a penalty in the 75th minute. In the second match on Sunday, Sol Island Auto Supply's Connery FC crushed Elko Limited Security Forces United 4-0. Kadeem Lewis scored a hat-trick in the 70th, 72nd and 88th minutes for Connery, and Houston Slater scored in the 85th minute, adding to that tally. Red card was issued to Kevin Benjamin of Connery in the 78th minute, denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. In the third and final match on Sunday, it was a showdown between St. Peter's and Escrave Newtown United, and the match turned out heavily in favor of St. Peter's, who drubbed Newtown 6-0. John Isaac scored 2 goals in the 5th and 40th minute. Devontae Fye struck twice, scoring in the 34th and 56th minute. Kareem Simmons in the 51st minute, and Taekwon Terrell scoring from the penalty spot in the 70th minute. The SKNFA Premier League continues with the rescheduled weekend match between Fastcast Saddlers United and KC United Old Road Jets. That match was scheduled for Saturday, February 15th. That will now be played on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Then at 8 p.m. is the big matchup of this round in the SKNFA Premier League, Rams Village Superstars versus Flow 4G Kian Rockets. Both matches will be played at the Warner Park Football Stadium.
Thank you, Andre. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back, and tonight athletics is in the spotlight. There was the usual excitement at the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School on Friday, 14 February, as that school hosted its annual cross-country events. As per usual, parents and other family members came out to show their support. The junior boys and girls started their course on the school's compound and then raced around by the Montpelier Hotel, up through Coalhead Village, and then back to the school. On the other hand, the senior boys and girls started at Beaumont Village, raced through Montpelier before taking the steep incline in the village and back to the school. The top results were as follows. For the junior girls, first, Janaya Powell, Greenhouse; second, Jaida Griffin, Red House; third, Zakia Stapleton, Greenhouse; fourth, Tanaja Wilkin, Red House; fifth, Sanaya Liebird of Greenhouse. For the junior boys, first, Jaden McDonald, Gold House; second, Aiden Brandy, Gold House; third, Jamarian Dorr, Red House; fourth, Malachi Phillip, Greenhouse; and fifth, Keanu Sadler of Red House. For the senior girls, Tajon Wilkin, Gold House; second, Kylie Prentice of Greenhouse; third, Nigel De Jesus of Red House; fourth, Shaquana Jones of Greenhouse; and fifth, Aquila Ali of Gold House. For the senior boys, Kieran Brandy of Red House in first; second, Ajani Brandy of Greenhouse; third, Ori Pemberton of Red House; fourth, Jaime Sturge of Gold House; and fifth, Ryan Elliott of Gold House. Thanks to the communications unit, we get these excerpts. Thank you, guys. And that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you are not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.